Welcome to this Choice Lending Corp video tutorial on Calyx Point. The topic for this video will be opening a new loan file and using the prospect information page as a pre-qualification template. I'll assume you logged in successfully and this is the opening page from Point. You come here to the top left corner of the screen and you can start a new prospect that way. Click File, New, Loan, or Prospect. Simplest way is just to come here and click New. Dialog box will open. You have the branches and you have the loan types. Choose which one you want to work with. Always choose the new file from master template, as many of the parameters and fees have already been set, which makes moving through your loan file much easier. Click OK. And now you come to the prospect information page. This page is more or less a summary of much of the information that you've gathered so far. You're going to be inputting from the loan application pages 1 through 4. You'll see here on the side you have the status information dialog box and also the loan checklist. We'll talk about that in just a second. To open a file that you've previously worked on already, you can come here to Open, or you can hit File and Open. You want to make sure you choose the branch, prospect, and borrower. You can also do the search by last name, first name, whatever information you need to find your client. And you can make an exact match or just begins with. Begins with tends to be the easiest. So for example, if I just come here, partial name, click search, and then there's my borrower. You can either double click here or just simply click on open. Now my borrower is open. So you can see I've already started a borrower. I've worked with him before. Actually, the John and Susan Public. Got the name, some of the pertinent information. You can see here that it's not populated on this side. Easy way to do that is copy from borrower. It'll populate over. Now come back to the status page. If you need more real estate on the screen, you can simply click there and create some more real estate. As we scroll down, because this is a pre-qualification, we do not have a subject property. If you've pulled credit, you can put the scores here. However, when this becomes a loan file, you will either pull credit through Point and have it auto-populated, or go directly to the credit site and then pull your report and pull it in that way as well. Coming down, we have the loan summary. Do not click on loan program or closing cost scenarios. That could change or will change some of the parameters that have already been preset from the master template. We have a purchase, FHA, primary, first mortgage. And then we can begin to put in some information regarding our borrower and helping them get pre-qualified. So we have income here. We can begin to put in some numbers. Right, so now you can see that we have entered in this information here. We have principal and interest, but we need to have hazard insurance as well. Put in a factor, and we'll put in a factor for the taxes. So now we have a true principal and interest, tax insurance. You can see here mortgage insurance. If you want to make sure that that's correct, come here to the mortgage insurance button. Make sure that those are correct. And so now you have a payment here of $26.87. What we have not done is put in any obligations. So for right now, you can put them in by hand. Once again, once you pull the credit report and import it into the system, this will auto-populate. But for pre-qualification purposes, many times, you just put this in here for right now. And when you save the file, you can come back and revisit this at a later time without having to redo everything. So now we have our obligations, we've got our house payment, we have some income. So you can see here that we have ratios here, top and bottom. We refer to them as front and back, so we'll call this bottom the back end ratio. And 54.786, you might try to squeeze that one in at 54% back in. However, if you want to stay more compliant and get yourself to the 43%, the beautiful part about using this system is that you can change many of the different parameters in order to get your end result. Probably the number one thing is to lower the loan amount, purchase price. So we can see we're still at 50%. Maybe we'll go and lower the interest rate a little bit. Still not there. We could come and, if we were eliminating debt, we could do that. Maybe you make an adjustment to the income. So whatever it takes to get your ratios down, and you can see that at every step, whatever change I made, the ratios will continue to change. Almost there. And there we go. So it's nice you can go ahead and change all these parameters as many times as you want in order to get to your end result, which is now you have a payment of $21.22 and your ratios are in line. You can click on the loan information and you'll see that this has also become a summary of what's over here. If you want to expand this, you can do that as well to open up the real estate here so you can see. Scroll down. And also the loan checklist, that will not begin to populate until you have turned the loan file in as a purchase, and processing will begin to populate this with items that you need for the loan. What I recommend is once you've done this and you're satisfied with your results, do not forget to save your work. So you have two ways to do that. You can come here and click Save. And the easiest ways to come here are the disk drive, click it, and now it is saved as well. So you can come back and refer to this anytime you want. It would also become the template you would use once they require property. You would come back and begin to work on this and put them into a buyer status. And that's it for the pre-qualification and the loan prospect information page. Thank you for watching.